Hey, Bill O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News. Tuesday, February 13th, 2024. Stand up for your country. Busy day in Washington. You know, I don't usually do a lot of policy stuff. I let those pinheads do what they want. Then when it gets into a vote situation, we tell you about it, whether it's good or bad, from our point of view. But there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in one day, today, that's important in your life, and I'm going to run it down for you. That's the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. We start with the aid to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. So at 5 a.m. this morning, the Senate meets and votes at 5 a.m. Not exactly sure why, but there was all kinds of procedures all night, and this is what happens, okay? So the vote was 70 to 29 to pass a $95 billion aid package, okay? $95 billion. That's an enormous amount of money. Out of the $95 billion, you got to figure 10, 15% will be stolen outright. But that's never going to change. There's nothing you can do about that. Once U.S. aid money gets to a foreign country, we're out of it. We don't have audits or anything like that. Okay, so this is worth $95 billion. $9 billion humanitarian aid for Gaza. I think that's appropriate for the leader of the free world. There are people over there that are suffering. $5 billion to deter Chinese aggression in Indo-Pacific. What does that mean? That means buying off the little island countries by giving them money not to throw in with China. Solomon Islands has already thrown in with China. So we're trying to buy those islands off, island nations off. That's what that is. Okay? $2 billion to get more action against the Houthis in Yemen. That's worthy. But the big kahuna is $60 billion to Ukraine. So I get mail every day. Unending war. This is a waste of time. And it's not just on the right. It's on the left, too. Bernie Sanders voted against this bill. So did Senator Jeff Merkley, Oregon, Peter Welch, Vermont. The left doesn't like this because of Israel. Ukraine, they don't really care, the far left of Ukraine so much. But there are conservatives who don't want to give money to Ukraine to defend itself against Putin. Putin knows that. And if the United States does not give money to Ukraine, Putin wins. He wins. Because the NATO countries then will pull back their aid, and Ukraine can't stand up to Russia by itself. Okay, so say Putin wins. Why do you care? Well, there's a number of reasons. Because world order is very important for the U.S. economy. We have to be able to conduct business, and we have to be able to be confident that the U.S. dollar and other things like that are protected. If you allow Putin and China and Iran and North Korea, they're the four, okay, to run wild with aggression, world order collapses. All right, it's like the southern border collapsing. Look at all the horror that has befallen us because of the southern border. The same thing. It's further away, but Putin's just sitting over there. He doesn't care how many people die, how many of his own soldiers are killed, doesn't care. He can't take Ukraine because NATO and America are standing and supporting the Ukrainians who are fighting for their freedom. Now, do I have any confidence in Zelensky and the government of Ukraine? Not really. But that's it. There's no other alternative. So if we allow Putin to win and to take half the country, Putin believes that Ukraine should be 100% Russian. He's like Hitler. Hitler believed that Austria and Czechoslovakia and all those countries, they were really German. So we're taking them. Same thing. Putin's not going to stop it. Ukraine is going to go down. All the old Soviet satellites. He's going to take them over. That's what he's going to do. China, if we back away from Ukraine, they're into Taiwan. Now, there is money in this bill for Taiwan, and it's basically replenishing arms that we've already sent them, upgrading arms. And then we're building submarines to confront the Chinese in the Pacific. That's all in this bill. Okay. So world disorder, if we don't stop Putin, will rise, dramatically rise. That will hurt the world economy. That will hurt you eventually. And that's what's going to happen. There's no other scenario. Now, do you keep sending them $90, $60 billion every year? No. No. I believe that if Donald Trump's elected president, that he'll go in and stop this. All right? Putin wants Trump to be president. I don't know why, because Trump is a lot tougher a customer than Biden. I don't know why. But if Trump does win, and believe me, that is not a lock, I think Trump could calm that down. But I could be wrong. But I'm basing my opinion on what Trump did when he was in office. Putin pretty much behaved outside of the hacking. Okay, so the bill passes the Senate by a wide vote, all right, 70-29. Goes to the House. Now, here it's chaos in the House. All the Democrats, I shouldn't say all, the squad might vote against it there. Ocasio-Cortez and those people, they're just insane. But there are many conservative Republicans in the House that are isolationists. We don't care. I don't care what happens over there. O'Reilly's full of bull. It's not going to come back to hurt us. We saw this before World War II in America. 50% of the American people before Pearl Harbor didn't want to have anything to do with Hitler or Tojo. Nothing. Let them do whatever they want. 50%. Okay. I don't know what Speaker Johnson's going to do, but if he does nothing, that will hurt the Republicans in November. Absolutely going to hurt them. Because the Democrats will seize on that saying, hey, we wanted to solve these problems, we're engaged, and the Republicans won't do anything. It's not enough to say, oh, we didn't get what we wanted on the border. Make a separate border bill in the House. So, again, the Republican Party, which should be way ahead, you got to watch it. If you don't vote on this, boy, it's going to be big. Okay. Now, tonight, they're not going to vote. The House isn't going to vote on this today or maybe even this week. I don't know, okay, what Johnson's going to do. Johnson has to bring it to the floor, the Speaker of the House. I don't know what he's going to do. Alejandro Mayorkas, impeachment vote, the second one today. They say it's 6:30 tonight. I don't know. He'll get impeached tonight. Okay, fine. Do I care about this? No, I don't. I think that the Republicans should be working on the border bill and the Ukrainian situation. And look, everybody knows. Everybody knows. A lot of people won't admit it, but they know. We have to do the dog and pony show here. You've already made your point. Mayorkas is the worst. Biden's border policy is the worst. He's not going to get convicted in the Senate. They're going to vote, and Mayorkas will go down tonight. Okay, I'm not, what difference does it make? Work on the border bill. Now, wrapping up the memo, it is not a lock that the Republicans are going to win in November, whether it's Biden or somebody else, because the Republican Party does not have goodwill. It does not articulate its position. It is a divided party. It's divided. Democrat Party isn't divided. And that's the memo. President Biden didn't do anything today. Had lunch with Kamala. It's ridiculous at this point. It's just absurd at this point. He did give some remarks about Ukraine. And all Biden wants to do is blame Republicans for everything. So it's not even worth writing a soundbite. I blame the Republicans. I don't need Biden to do it. Now, Israel. So Netanyahu and the Israeli government, they have no use for Joe Biden. They're not going to listen to Joe Biden. They're not going to do what he says unless they feel it's good for Jerusalem. Okay? Trump has a little more juice over there, but Trump stayed out of this. Quiet on this. So yesterday, the King of Jordan came here. The reason that the King of Jordan came to Washington is that Jordan is a very strong American ally, and it is trying to negotiate some kind of ceasefire in Gaza and trying to get this thing tamped down. So after the meeting with King Abdullah II of Jordan, here's what Biden said. Go.
The United States is working on a hostage deal between Israel and Hamas, which would bring an immediate and sustained period of calm to Gaza for at least 6 weeks, which we could then take the time to build something more enduring. Over the past month, I've had calls with Prime Minister Netanyahu, as well as the leaders of Egypt and Qatar, to push this forward.
I hope they get a ceasefire. All right, it's good for the world, but Israel's going to do what's best for Israel, and they should. And they should. Okay, new poll, TIP, T-I-P-P, 1,266 registered voters. They didn't give us the breakdown in party. It's always suspicious. I don't think TIP is a top-line polling outfit anyway. Question number 1. President Biden seeking a second term. How would you rate his mental acuity? Excellent, good, 29%. Average, 17, for a total of 36% of Americans have no problem with Biden's acuity. 51% think he's out of it. Now, 36%, they believe what they want to believe. They're Democrats, they're liberals, whatever it may be, they hate Trump. So they're never going to give you anything. You know people like that. You know people like that. That's who this crew is. Second question. How would you rate Biden's physical fitness? Excellent, good, 28, average, 23. That's 51%, 47% say no. I can't rate President Biden's physical fitness. I mean, fell off his bike. I'd fall off my bike if I rode a bike, which I don't. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation supports America's greatest heroes, U.S. service members, and first responders who gave their lives, those catastrophically injured in the line of duty, and homeless vets. The foundation's Gold Star Fallen First Responder and Homeless Vet programs honor the sacrifices made by men who fought and died for us, and women who risked their lives for our country as well. The Foundation's Never Forget program engages people in 9/11 remembrances across America with more than 80 runs, walks, and dozens of golf outings every year. The Tunnel to Towers 9/11 Institute educates kids from kindergarten through 12th grade about America's darkest day, while helping our nation keep its vow to never forget. So please support Tunnel to Towers. Donate $11 a month. Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. More than 95 cents of every dollar you donate to Tunnel to Towers goes to its programs. That's T, the number 2, another T.org. Let's go to the mail. Brent, concierge member. Thank you, Brent. Merrick Garland's a party stooge masquerading as Attorney General, so it is more surprising that he signed off on her report. The fact that a loyal sycophant like Garland is facing retribution from the White House shows just how corrupt and ungrateful they are. We don't know that for sure. That is the report, but it's anonymous. But I think that's probably true. Michael, I may be crazy, but I think letting Biden off the documents charged by accusing him of senility is a brilliant strategy on the part of the Dems. No, that did not help the Democratic Party or President Biden. Lloyd, President Trump should not have said anything about Nikki Haley's husband. Are there any briefers that can tell him before speech? No, there are no briefers. He doesn't have, it's not a teleprompter. He just, whatever comes in, comes out. Alice, Trump lost thousands of votes with those two stupid remarks, the other one about NATO. What is wrong with him? You know, he just doesn't have any impulse control at this point. Andrew, with regard to Trump being arrogant and egotistical, well, is he alone in this regard? No, but what difference does that make? He's the best chance to get rid of this Biden progressive crew. No matter if he's not alone. Stephanie Bonds, Highland Village, Texas. Your truth teller, O'Reilly, in your latest column, Dancing with Dementia, regarding Jill Biden putting our country at risk, is spot on. I'm glad you read it. It's available to anybody. You don't have to be a member of anything. Just go in, read my column, read my messages of the day, and you will be, I think, pleased with them. Let's see, I'm running out of time here, so I'm censoring the mail. Some good letters, though. Thank you for writing. Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, by the way, name in town. Armando, from your study of history, would you agree that eventually we will learn about what Joe Biden really did with Hunter? Yes, I do believe it'll come out. Armando. John, Bill really enjoyed the interview with Geraldo. You and he do an interview the way it should be done. Well, I thought it was a good interview, too, even though desperately wrong. Okay, 3 touts here confronting the president's huge advance sale. If you order from us, we will not bill you until we send it. Book is out September 10th. Get online, get it first. Killing Crazy Horse, one of our best books. Now, $12.95 because I bought a whole batch of them. That's a great buy. And then you get all 13 Killing books for a great price. And if you order, you get the show that I did with Sid Rosenberg from WABC free, the whole show. You can watch it. Word of the day, do not be furtive, Furtive. We will have the final thought about the vote here in the 3rd district today, which is national for sure, in a moment. Sorting through your expense tracking, estimated payments, and all those tax deductions can be overwhelming. It might even lead to a failure to file and failure to pay penalties that pile up on your tax debt. The attorneys at Tax Network USA have been lifesavers for many. Their team has successfully saved clients over $1 billion in tax debt. Whether you're in the hole for $10,000 or starting at a $10 million debt, they are ready to help you. The expert attorneys and tax professionals at Tax Network USA are equipped to secure the best settlement for you and help you resolve all tax cases. So please go to tnusa.com/bill, or you can call 1-800-245-6000. These tax debt relief programs are expected to change, so get to them now. Visit tnusa.com/bill or call 800-245-6000. Tell them O'Reilly sent you. True or false, using your tax refund to pay off credit card debt is smart. False. donewithdebt.com published a brilliant survey designed to let you keep your hard-earned tax refund and reduce or eliminate credit card debt. Done with Debt found that filing bankruptcy is usually not the answer, and taking out loans to pay off credit cards usually increases debt. When you engage Done with Debt, their legal experts and skilled negotiators take on the credit card companies for you. Their winning strategies are designed with one goal: solve your debt situation quickly and permanently. So first things first, chat with a Done with Debt strategist, explore your options. Some debt fighting strategies are time sensitive, So you'll need to move quickly. For a free consultation, please visit donewithdebt.com. That's donewithdebt.com. Okay, so I wake up today, it's snowing. Doesn't snow often in New York anymore. Got 3 inches on the ground, and that will suppress the turnout for the Mazi, Pilip, Suozzi House race in the 3rd District where I live. So right after this taping in the late afternoon here in the Northeast, I'm going to go to the poll, cast my ballot. I never say who I vote for. It'll be a tight race. I can't predict who will win or the snow, how much that will suppress. You know, people go, I was going to vote, but I had a car. And I got 3 inches. I can go through. The terror dog, by the way, terror dog usually gives out early in the morning. I open the door to take her out. You look into the snow gun. No, not going. Great. So anyway, we will have the results tomorrow and the implications of those results in the 3rd Congressional District in New York. Thank you very much for watching and listening to the No Spin News. See you tomorrow. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.